DIY room decor. And once it's done, it should look like this. It's a really sophisticated way to showcase things that you might be hoarding, like old merch. Oh my gosh, I think it looks so cute. I think you could definitely also put fairy lights in it. We're gonna make our own little aquarium. I really like this one, and it's a fun, kind of summery activity. And the final test, will it work? Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Welcome to the third installment. DIY room decor. We're gonna kick it off with the kind of difficult one, but the coolest one, just to get it out of the way in case you can't sew or don't have a sewing machine. So number one, a dice cushion. You could definitely make this into a beanbag as well, but I'm gonna do cushion because I have stuffing that can go inside. I don't have beanbag insides laying around. All you'll need for this is material, a sewing machine, or you could definitely hand sew this. I'm just not going to. And stuffing. Either you have stuffing lying around or you're feeling like you're gonna dissect one of your teddy bears. Okay, step number one is to measure out your pieces. And it's a pretty easy shape to start with because it's just a square. So once you've got one side, you just copy it 6 times. You could also definitely scale this difficulty-wise and make it more complicated. Like if you're a D&D fan, you could definitely do a different sided die. I'm gonna go with the regular one just because it's honestly the easiest. It's just like you're in math class in primary school, you're making a net, so you're gonna wanna, who's a net? I did have an idea for the numbers. You could use buttons, but that would also make it not that comfortable to sit on. So just like throwing that thought out there if you want to try it. I'm just gonna cut smaller pieces to be my numbers. So that this is machine washable, I'm gonna add a zip, or if it starts to not feel like it's full enough, I can add more. I'm gonna use a sewing machine, so here's me doing it. Probably with the help of my mum. Thanks, Mom. Basically, you're sewing everything with the 2 sides facing each other. That way, when you flatten it out, the seam is clean. And we're gonna put stuffing inside. This would also be a really fun craft to do if you want to do board games in the park with your friend. Here's my comically large dice that we can throw around that's also soft. And once it's done, it should look like this. Number 2, something really simple that I didn't think of. I saw it on Pinterest. We're gonna make a poster, a print, a canvas. Okay, all you need for this one is a t-shirt, staples, and a canvas. You could honestly also probably use fabric glue. What you want to do is, if there is some merch that you don't wear anymore, or you see a print in a charity shop and you're like, oh, that print's so cool, but like I would never wear it. Wrapping it around a canvas to go on your wall, it's such a clever idea. Let's see if we can do this. I'm gonna pick my t-shirts that I'm gonna sacrifice today. Any shape or size that a canvas can come in, you could do this craft with. So you make sure it's pulled really, really tight around, and then that way you can properly kind of mark how much you want to cut off. Now that you've cut the piece that you need, pull it tight and staple it all the way around. Before you know it, OMG. This is weirdly simple for what it is. It's a really sophisticated way to showcase things that you might be hoarding, like old merch, a Lever's hoodie. This next one is really cute. We're going under the sea. We're gonna make a jellyfish. For this, all you will need is cardboard, yarn or string, and any embellishments. So this is a combination of DIYs that I saw on Pinterest. I've seen a lot of people make them from styrofoam. I don't just have styrofoam lying around. I don't have a lot of money, so I'd rather not go out and buy new stuff just for a video. What I do have is lots of cardboard, and I saw this, and I thought, oh my god, if I turn that upside down, surely I can make like a crochet yarn jellyfish. First off, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut a circle out of cardboard and kind of draw this shape. It's hard to explain. It should look like this, basically. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, until I'm going all the way around, and it should cover. Once you're pulling it, it should like come in on itself. And once I've done that, I'm gonna get the stuff that I want to put on the inside. You could honestly recycle some plastic. You could cut some strips into that to make some of the strips. What are they? Tentacles? The things. Yeah. And then to top it off, you're gonna add a piece of string at the top. And look at this. Oh my gosh. I think it looks so cute. I think you could definitely also put fairy lights in it. I think it fits exactly where it is perfectly. I mean, there's sea creatures on my wall already. So keeping with this fishy theme, we're gonna make our own little aquarium. For this, you're gonna need a glass bottle and paint. Honestly, that's it. And if you happen to have little fish figurines for some reason, then that would also help. I feel like you can kind of guess where this is going. This is the picture that inspired me for this. We're gonna get a bottle. I actually do collect quite a lot of them, so I have plenty to choose from. I'm gonna take the label off. First off, what I'm gonna do is paint it. I'm just gonna draw your own aquarium scene. I think it would be cool. This would work as like a bottled galaxy if you wanted to do like space instead. And once this is done, you're gonna fill it with a mixture. This is the mixture I used. And there you have it. The last step is to just seal it. I could just put a random bottle cap on it, but I'm gonna paint the bottle cap as well. I'm just gonna hot glue it to the top. Even though it's sealed, I would still be extra careful that you don't like spill it and stuff. So put it somewhere on display, somewhere cute. I think it would also look really nice in front of a window because the light shines through. I really like this one and it's a fun kind of summery activity. Okay, this is the final one. So if you've made it this far in the video, then please give a subscribe. Give a subscribe. Give a like and subscribe. Yeah. This one is a to-do clay board. A clay to-do board. Oh, the clue board? My clue board? Oh, this is the picture that I saw that inspired me. For this, you're gonna need clay, a glaze / varnish, and paint. First off, I rolled out my clay. I tried to get the shape going.
And I knew he'd come running to you.
Once that's done, you're gonna wanna leave it overnight to dry. I would say wait a full 24 hours just to be safe. Now it's time to paint. I'm gonna make it look like pretty much just like the picture, piece of paper. Once I've got it painted, I'm gonna again, leave it overnight to dry. Now here comes the test. Okay, I'm gonna try and varnish it in a way that the whiteboard pens will work on it. Now I can be a little bit lenient with this because even if it dries and you rub it and it doesn't work, everyone knows the hack of just like recoloring over with whiteboard pen and then it will rub off. So I do know that it doesn't need to be exactly perfect. There will always be a way to clean it. I'm gonna see if just PVA glue will give it that effect. This is where I'm gonna put it up. I'm too scared to hang it up. I feel like it's gonna fall in my sleep or something. And the final test, will it work? Yeah! And I'm so glad it works. It looks so cute. Thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, please make sure to give a like and subscribe. I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday over on Twitch, so make sure to go follow me over there. Join the Discord, that will be in the description. And I will see you guys next week, probably. Bye. Peace out.